Misty, and I'm coming at you today to talk to you about some really cool science. How cool? Well, it's so cool, it is frozen. So what are you gonna do on a cold, snowy winter day? Well, I'm gonna show you how to take this thing called water. Water is so cool. It can be a solid, it can be a liquid, it can be a gas. We're going to see it in all of those forms today, but I'm going to show you how to take something that we normally think of in the summer with the water balloons and turn it into a beautiful yard decoration for the winter in an episode I am calling Yarbles. So you better strap on your seatbelt because we are going for a ride. Okay, first up, remember, water balloons. All right, so we're talking water in the liquid form. I happen to have this handy nifty little water filler upper here, and we are going to take a balloon, a small balloon. Now, could you do a big balloon? Sure. I'm not going to tell you can't. And the trickiest part of this is getting food coloring in the balloon. Now, do you have to use food coloring? No, but it makes it really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put a few drops in there. Close up my lid. And I'm going to stick it on here and fill it up. Isn't that cool? It makes summertime water balloons a lot easier. Okay, as you can see, it's dripping and making a mess. Yeah, that's the part that I really like about science. You can make a mess and it's okay. All right, so then we're gonna take it and we are going to tie it, and you can get these as big as you want. Just be careful because remember, it's going to get heavy and it could explode all over you, but you know, it's just food coloring and water. So it's all right. Okay, so we're gonna take this and you can fill them up as many as you want, the more the better, and you just kind of jiggle that food coloring around so it gets all mixed up in that water, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna stick it out in the snow, or if you don't have snow, if it's just cold outside, stick it out there. I suppose you could put it in the freezer, whatever, and we're gonna freeze them, and then when they're frozen, we're gonna take the balloon off of it and see what we've got. Okay, so we're taking the water, that's the liquid state, right? And we're freezing it. 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius is freezing. It really needs to be a little bit colder than that to get a good solid ice cube Yarble. All right, so you're gonna leave it out there for a long time. I left mine out there overnight because I just wanted to make sure they were good and solid, frozen, even though it's incredibly cold here. And we'll see what we get with that. All right, so remember, we're just making colored water balloons. It's very important that you understand that these are gonna be solid. So do not, I repeat, do not throw them at somebody as though they are a snowball. Can snowballs hurt? Yes, they can. When it's a frozen ice ball, can it hurt? You betcha. So do not throw them at anybody. Just put them in a yard to be a beautiful little decoration. I suppose you could even use them as the beginning of a huge snowball if you're gonna make a snowman, right? That would make a good foundation for it. Okay, so we had water in its liquid form. We're going to see it in its frozen form. Well, what about the gas form? So when you take this water and you heat it up, like if you're going to boil it on the stove, make some boiled eggs or whatever, if you heat it up, then you will see those bubbles that are in the bottom, and then they will start to form, and then they will bring up to the top, and that rapid movement, that's called convection current. It is heating up that water. It will heat it when it's all boiling. That's 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. That is incredibly hot. You have to be very careful. In fact, for this, I'm going to tell you, you need a responsible adult. If you are the adult and you are not responsible, then go find a responsible adult. If you are a child and you have a parent and they're responsible, then they can help you out with this. If the parent or other adult is not responsible, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go find you a responsible adult to do this, or just don't do it. Okay, so what it is you may have seen it before, where you take the boiling water and you throw it out and you see these crystals, and this is really kind of cool. So I wanted to try it. So I took my boiling water, and when you put it in something, make sure, this is like an insulated paper cup. So it's paper, but it's got the insulation like the styrofoam on the outside, because you want to make sure that you're not going to put it into something that you are going to get burned. Okay, so be very careful with that. And it's also not, I can't really collapse it like a regular styrofoam. You could collapse it, you could burn all over. We don't want to get injured in science, and that's not the plan. Okay, so I wanted to see it because I like color. So I'm gonna take a few drops of my purple, because that's my favorite color, and put that in the cup. And then we will add some boiling water. Remember, be very, very careful. This one has cooled down a little bit. Just about halfway full. Now, the important thing to remember when doing this is you want to make sure to throw out, so that if any comes back on you, it's not going to burn you, okay? Throw out. Do not throw straight up, because what's going to happen, it's going to fall on you and you could get burned, and we don't want that. We want to have fun with our science. Okay, so remember, first of all, we're going to make some Yarbles, and then if you have a responsible adult somewhere around that can assist you with this, then the boiling water and throw out away from you, okay? Let's have some fun with science today. To see what we came up with these frozen water. Oh, how cool. Beautiful! What do we have? We are uncovering some yard marbles, or we could call them Yarbles. That one's a little appropriate right there. Blue. The yard is giving birth to some marbles. Beautiful. Don't forget to clean up the pieces of the balloons so that the birds don't come by and try to eat them. And there we go. Some beautiful little Yarbles. How was that? Was that amazing or what? I am so glad I could come to you today and have some fun with science on a cold, snowy winter day. So this is Mama P saying, always be careful, get a responsible adult, and go do some science.